All right, let's get it going here on this Friday. It's time for the weather live stream. Did you tap on that push alert that our buddy Ted down in the newsroom sent out, everybody? Yeah, I like that one. Winter in overtime. I kind of wonder, is that like a March Madness thing, huh? What did Ted write for us today? Winter's done. Winter weather isn't. Well, he's right, absolutely. Winter in overtime, a March Madness edition. Hi, I'm First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Baylon, live in the First Alert Weather Center. So yes, it is spring, but you know how this goes. We don't just neatly go into spring with sunshine and warm weather and flowers and birds. It doesn't happen that way. Mother Nature, or old man winter, tends to have a few little fits and temper tantrums before we really get into some real spring-like weather. And we'll have one of those little old man temper tantrums as we go towards Sunday, which is now a First Alert Weather Day. Let's get you out to a live view, and this is from our Appleton Skycam. Hey, good morning, Fox Valley. Mostly cloudy right now, 36 degrees. Really feels like 26 degrees with south winds blowing in around 15 miles an hour. Other temperatures across the area, 35 in Green Bay, 34 in Oshkosh. It's also 34 degrees in Marinette, so we're generally at and just above the freezing mark. And we're warming up because of the wind. Yes, it's adding a little bit of a wind chill factor. It really feels like the 20s out there. But with south winds around 15 to 25 miles an hour, that wind is actually propelling in some milder temperatures. And that's why this afternoon is going to be warmer than it was yesterday, despite the lack of sunshine. We'll be up to 40 in Green Bay around 10 o'clock, 46 at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and our high 50 degrees. That'll be around 4 o'clock this afternoon. Mostly cloudy. Now, there might be a couple sprinkles this afternoon, but I think your rain chances will be going up as we go towards this evening as a cool front moves across the area. Now, here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor with today's high temperatures. You can see that our highs will be near 50 this afternoon, a high of 49 today in Wausau and Rhinelander and Manitowoc, with a high of 48 in Lakewood and in Marinette. Mostly cloudy skies. Now, as this cool front gets closer, there could be a couple sprinkles this afternoon, but most of the showers will be closer to that boundary as we go towards this evening. Here's 6 o'clock tonight. You can see the showers developing to the north and to the west. It's probably going to be just cold enough closer to the upper Michigan border for a brief bout of some wet snow. So maybe near Highway 8, somebody gets a little candy coating of some snow. Farther south, it should be mild enough where we get some light rain showers, especially as we get towards, say, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. That's when Pinpoint Predictor really pops up that rain chance as high as 80% in the Green Bay area. And that's around 9 o'clock tonight. But then once we get to midnight, that chance of rain disappears quickly. So it's going to be in a very a small window, so to speak. So let's jump ahead and give you a First Alert update on our next weather maker. We've been talking about this the past day or so. There's another spring storm system that's heading our way on Sunday in particular. Another round of some wet, slushy snow mixed with some rain, some wind. We could have winds gusting around 30 to 40 miles an hour. I have made Sunday now a First Alert Weather Day. Our risk of severe weather on Sunday is low across eastern Wisconsin. That includes the Fox Valley, the Lake Shore. But for you folks in the North Woods, I would say it's more of a moderate risk of severe weather. We'll see why in just a moment. The storm that I'm talking about is swirling in the Gulf of Alaska. Can you see those clouds that are kind of wrapping around that area of low pressure? So this storm system will be heading into the Pacific Northwest and then cutting across the northern plains into the Great Lakes. And as it gets here on Sunday, well, we'll have thickening cloud cover. First Alert Pinpoint Predictor tries to keep us dry in the morning, which I think is interesting because there's other computer models that we look at in the First Alert Weather Center, a whole bunch of them, in fact. And some of the other computer models are bringing in that precipitation a little bit earlier, like say mid to late morning, while Pinpoint Predictor holds back that wet snow mixed with some rain until early afternoon. There's 1 p.m. And I think initially as the snow comes down Sunday afternoon, a lot of it's going to be hitting road surfaces and melting because our temperatures are going to be in the upper half of the 30s, above the freezing mark. And we're also at that time of year, late in March, where we have the sun angle really high up in the sky. I mean, really, our sun strength is about as strong as it is towards the first day of autumn, right? So it's hard for the snow to really come down and stick very readily when temperatures are that warm and the sun is that strong. But by the time we get to about 4 p.m., as the temperatures start getting closer to the freezing mark and the sun's strength starts to wane, then I think you'll notice that the roads after 4 p.m. start to get a bit slushy and slippery. A little bit of some rain mixes in at times. And Pinpoint Predictor has that snow continuing across the North Woods during the evening hours, although we might see a little bit of a lull in the precipitation around and after Action 2 News at 10 Sunday night. Meteorologist Keith Gibson will be tracking that snow late in the weekend. So here's a look at the snowfall forecast. And a slushy inch, maybe 2 is possible across the Fox Valley and over towards the lakeshore. There's probably going to be a sharp cutoff between not that much snow across eastern Wisconsin compared to quite a bit more snow for folks farther across northern Wisconsin, where from Wausau over towards Niagara, you're looking at snowfall totals of 3, 4, 5, maybe as much as 6 inches of snow. And that's where that risk of severe weather, especially through Sunday night, is in the moderate category. A few flakes could linger on the backside of low pressure heading into the Monday morning commute, but I think in general, road conditions will be improving. So I decided not to include Monday into the first alert weather day. It's for Sunday and Sunday night. So there's your first alert Super 7-day forecast. A high of 50 today. Snappy cold tomorrow, 35. Not as much wind on Saturday, but otherwise the sun comes back out to play. And then upper 30s for Sunday and Mondays. There's that slushy wet snow mixed with some rain, a bit of a windy stretch as well. And, keep in mind that this weekend, a lot of monster truck fans are going to be heading over to the Resch Center to enjoy Monster Jam. And for the most part, if you're going to any of the shows from tonight through the weekend, it looks fine. But if you happen to be going to the Sunday afternoon show, which starts at 1 o'clock, heading to the Resch, I don't think you're going to have any travel issues. But, assuming that it's like a, 2-3 hour show. Honestly, I don't know, but I'm assuming people will be getting out of the Resch mid-afternoon. That's when the roads may start to get a little bit slushy and slick. Temperatures will be dropping down through the 30s with wet snow mixed with some rain. So it'll be a little bit slushy to wrap up the last showing of Monster Jam. I don't think you'll need one of those monster trucks to get home, but it just might be a little bit slippery. And then early next work week, the weather looks relatively quiet with a mix of sun and clouds, and highs rising their way back into the 40s again. We probably will be close to 50 Thursday afternoon with thickening clouds, and it's Thursday night into early Friday morning. We'll have some showers. Wouldn't be shocked if there was a clap of thunder. All right, so while you are enjoying your weekend, make sure you are keeping an eye on that forecast, especially since Sunday is a first alert weather day, and do so by following along with our updated information by using our free WBAY First Alert Weather app. If you haven't used our app, you can scan that QR code on the left side of your screen and download it to your electronic device, and it is no charge. We'd be happy to serve you and your family whenever you need us and wherever you need us. So give that app a tap and give it a try. And after Action 2 News Mid-Morning with Aisha Morales and myself, we'll have Emily Mers updating the forecast and giving you the very latest on Action 2 News at noon and at 4. She will also be tracking this next weather maker all throughout the weekend, and she'll be on top of the very latest information. So that is what's going on this Friday morning. And if you watched yesterday's live stream, you heard me cough about 1 billion times, and today I got through it without even coughing. I even had some water here just in the off chance that I would. But today, I'm so proud of myself. I'm going to give myself a little pat on the back. I didn't cough, not even once during this live stream. Yahoo. All right, happy Friday. Make it a great day. Make it an awesome weekend, and we will catch you later. All right, see you around. Thank you.